And there he's driving this one, proving me to be wrong. He drives it up on the onside, gets through for a single. So thus far, it's a pretty decent opening partnership, if you can call it that. Pole 9 here between these two, Elliott and Samuel. The left-hand, right-hand combination coming into play as we see Elliott now. He's going to take strike. He's on 4 from 4 deliveries. He loses his bat, and it's another no ball. So a free hit to come. So umpire Hines, Dominic Hines, just signaling the no ball and the free hit. So Sitaram just having a problem with his run up here, Ian. How do you rectify that as a fast bowler?
Well, basic thing to do, we mark your run up. And now I've seen, well, the way players mark their run up is a bit different to how we would have done it from the past. I see a lot of players, especially international players, walk with their measuring tape. I like the old way, walking back from the popping crease, counting your steps.
Sitaram, this is a free hit, but it's played straight to the fielder. They took the arm on of Eric Garcia, and the throw just not on target. Yeah, Sukwa had to go for it, and that just allowing them to get through for a single.
Another way, if you're not sure of a run-up, what I do, I would start from the popping crease and run towards the top of my mark. And when I feel I want to deliver, then that's my mark.
With Sitaram, and he's just opening the
that's
face.
That's going to be 4.
Beautiful shot. It's going to run pretty close to the boundaries. It runs into the fence now. He did not even bother to run, Elliott. So 4 more runs there. So the pole 9 team, they're off to a healthy start. And Captain Sitaram, he's just about lost the script. He's been leaking runs here. In just his second over, he's already given up 22 runs, and he has 2 more legal deliveries left.
It's a very trying time for him, but a good over for pole 9. The batsman taking advantage of anything loose, and it's Sitaram, unfortunate that he's not using that swing that he's getting.
Again, just opening the face, stop, go. But in the end, they're home safely.
That's some poor cricket from Queen's Park. You saw the batsmen stuttered, they stopped, they continued their single without any problems.
Well, just giving them an excuse, a reason, not an excuse. The ground is pretty heavy, so the fielders, they too are very hesitant to run full out in case they lose their foot in here. Of course, not a sand-based ground here at the Diggerbarton Sporting Complex, so it's a bit spongy. And there's Samuel just driving that one over the top of the cover fielder and down to the boundary for 4. So Wendell Samuels, he has decided that he's going to take this bowling attack by the scruff of the neck. So after 3 overs, pole 9, after being asked to bat, they're 33 without 34 without loss. And a delayed no ball call.
That was a no ball.
So Sitaram here is having a nightmare of a start here.
It's going to be a 10 ball, a 9 ball over.
So he's into Samuel. Samuel plays and misses. Sukwa able to hold on, so no run there. So that brings the over to an end. After 3, pole 9, 34 without loss.
A very good over for pole 9, and that pushes their run rate to 11.33, so that's a very good start for them. Pole 9, as I mentioned, that pole 9 didn't disappointed that they don't have their guest players, and so far they're looking like they don't really need them. And just to give you some information who they are, it's Imran Khan, the former Trinidad and Tobago Red Force captain. Of course, he's still playing, and the player coach of the Central Sports team, and also a former national player, Riyad Emrit. So that's 2 top-class players they have as their guest players who are not playing today.
Well, you have a fixation with these guest players. You mentioned them as the X factor, I'm sure the Northzone teams, they would like to think that they can put on a show here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex without the addition of the guest players.
But let us
so
go
if they're
back.
here, they're going to be happy. But if they're not here, they're going to take it by the scruff of the neck, as a Pole 9 team is doing.
Well, if you look back, Gordon, at the 2 games that would have been played, the X-Factor players have been the guest players, except for in the first game with Paragon, with Franklin Rouse. But everyone else, all the top scorers and the best performers. Last evening, we had just Mikel Govaya, we had Camilo Karimbokas, we had Dujon Charles. These are the players that are making the difference.
Well, if 2 nights have gone, and 1 night, Rouse was the outstanding player, and that's a wide delivery there. And the next night, the outstanding player was Karen Bokas. I think it's 1 from 1.
No, it's not 1 from 1, because when you look at the other innings, remember, a game is played with 2 innings. You also had good performances.
And Bikwe Craig has played with Paragon this season, as well as Rouse, and they were the standout players for the winning team on the opening night. But let's have a look at Garcia as he comes into Samuel. Samuel, a player of Pool 9, and he cuts this one square. The man is out there. He comes around, slides, does well. It's Fonilier, the former Woodbrook Secondary School player. And it's he does good work out in the deep, gets the return in. So Garcia continuing here, his first over, just costing 6 runs. And Samuel down the track, trying to go big. Doesn't get the necessary connection. He plays out to Ramlal and no run resulted. So Garcia there just blowing. Of course, Garcia, one of those guest players that you speak so highly of, Ian. He's definitely having a good impact on this Queen's Park Northzone team.
I'm glad you are saying it.
This time he's outside the off stump. Playing a miss from Samuel.
I'm glad you are saying it, Gordon, and not me.
Don't get me wrong. I know the value of the guest players. Otherwise, they would not be invited to come to the table. But
if you were a guest player, then I would understand that. Why you would say that?
But the fixation with these guest players, I think it really dulls the quality that these Northzone teams possess. As Samuel plays this one out into the offside, just square the wicket, and he's able to come through for a single. So the left-hand, right-hand combination causing the changes in the field settings. As Elliott, it is who's going to take strike to Garcia. Elliott on 11 from 8. Samuels has seen the majority of the strike. He's 22 from 19 deliveries. Garcia. And he's played into the mid-wicket region. Poor fielding there.
Went straight to him. He had no excuse.
Yeah, the Costa, Matthew the Costa should have done a whole lot better.
So they are maintaining that 10 run per over somewhere there about there for the power play. And that is what you want. That is what Pool 9 will be happy with. And what is very important, even more important, they have all 10 wickets intact. Still to bat Amir Datu, Latiff. He has been around for quite a while, Gordon. I'm sure when you were in your playing days many years ago, you would have played against Latiff.
Yes, definitely. So he's a servant to the game, as we see a bowling change about to take place there at the northern end, as Queen's Park just making a change, as the bowler marking out his run-up there is Burke, Adrian Burke it is, who's going to be taking up the strike from the northern end. He's going to be bowling to Elliott.
So after conceding 28 runs in his opening 2 overs, Sitaram, the captain, took off himself and brought on Adrian Burke. Not sure if we'll see Sitaram back again with the ball in his hand for the rest of the evening. I hope not. Is he looking like Jasprit Bumrah with that run-up? Is Jasprit Bumrah one of his favorite players?
Just a bit of an order delivery stride there. I'd like to have another look at it. We'll definitely see it in the close-up when he comes in to deliver.
I was now going to ask you if you saw Jasprit Bumrah as one of the guest players in this team. I didn't see it.
Well, I know you're fixated with guest players.
Tell me if that's not Jasprit Bumrah.
And he's playing this one out on the offside. This time the Costa does the fielding. So there's two good deliveries, two dot deliveries here from Adrian Burke. He's coming to do a job and he's been doing it well thus far. Only 2 deliveries, so early days yet.
I am sure his nickname is Bumrah.
And this time, Elliott just pushes it up on the onside. He jogs through for a single. So, Burke putting on the bricks.
Adrian Bumrah Burke.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how Wendell Samuels face up against Burke. Of course, Wendell Samuels, as we know, he likes to cut, pull, flick and sweep. So let's see how he faces up against Burke. Burke has been bowling, though, a fuller length than his captain, Sitaram. And he's going to be coming over the wicket to Samuels. And he just flat bats this. He was sent back. It went straight to the man at mid-on. Elliott was looking to go through for a single. Definitely there was no single on there.
It's a very good over from the young man, only conceding 1 run so far from 4 deliveries, 3 dot balls.
He'll be looking to close off this over well. And it's a full toss. It's up in the air. And it's gone all the way. There, the commentator's curse. So KFC maximum, the first of this match. It was a full toss. Wendell Samuel using his feet. He got to it on the full and just lifted it over the top of mid-on for a huge KFC maximum.
Trying to pitch it up, but overcompensating, over-pitching, full toss, and treated how it should have been treated.
And there he's driving this one. The fielder not doing his best. It gets through him, and he's able to jog through for a single. The fielder there in the circle was Kolai.
So after 5 overs, Pool 9 sent into batter, 48 without loss. Excellent going from them. Just dropping under the 10 runs per over mark, but still healthy. And what is even more important, they have not lost a wicket. The openers, Wendell Samuel and Nicholas Elliott, doing what is required of them both. They are not only starting steady in the power play, but they are holding the innings together.
Well, Adrian Burke, though, he would have done a decent job there. Just that 1-6 spoiling his figures, as he conceded 8 in that over. But he was able to stop the bleeding that was happening at the northern end. And there's also going to be a change at the southern end, as we see looking to come into the attack is the number 28, Ravindra Ramlal. So Ramlal with the ball. And he's going to be bowling to Samuels. So Ramlal. And it's a full toss, and he's given the treatment. It was a full toss, and Wayne Samuel is in the mood for it here this evening. He just helped it over the top of the backward square region, and a massive KFC maximum.
What a way to start the over, and it's the final over of the power play. So, of course, Pool 9 would want to maximize this over. Poor delivery and well dealt with.
The cars in the parking lot would be under threat. So Wayne Samuels here playing a gem of an innings, 35 from 23. He's mixed caution with aggression.
Taking a while before they retrieve the ball. The ball went a long way.
Well, it would have gone in between the cars. This hour, not easy to find balls when there are cars in between. Ramla Samuel acting to take off his helmet. Of course, the spinners are on. And he wants to just cool things down. So they're waiting for the ball to be retrieved. Wendell Samuels, in the meantime, asking for his helmet to be taken off. And it looks like it's Latiff who's going to be jogging on there. So the captain doing, he's probably bringing some instructions. Because at this age, you don't want to have Luke Latiff jogging on as the 12th man. He's probably bringing some sort of instruction to Wendell Samuels. But I think Wendell seems to be doing quite well without any further instruction, Ian.
Yes, he's doing quite well. I think this is what they wanted. This is what they expect from the opening batsman. Of course, we see Luke Latiff running off the field. We wouldn't expect to see Luke Latiff bowling all day from an end, like what he would have done from the past from a very long run-up. Very good all-rounder. It was a pleasure playing with him and under him when he was Glenora's captain at one time. It was a really good guy.
Well, it's Ramdial trying to be good here. And he's pitched it up and it's gone onto the Diego Martin main road. Another KFC maximum as Wendell Samuel is on the go here.
This must be very frustrating. After we took a while to find that ball, the very next ball is hit out of the park into the Diego Martin main road. I'm not sure if we will see that ball again because the box of balls should be coming out for them to choose another ball. Look at that ball. We are not going to see that ball again. Going high into the night sky, over and into the Diego Martin main road.
So Wendell Samuels, he has pressed the accelerator. Already 60 runs on the board, only 5.2 overs gone. Stephanie Power, she's bringing out the ball, the match referee.
I always fear for a vehicle passing and a ball just landing just in time. Of course, that would be very traumatizing to any motorist.
So the referee, Dominic Hines, just retrieving a ball that's probably just 6 overs old, or the equivalent in condition.
So we are 2 overs into the final, of 2 balls into the final over of the power play, and Pole 9 are 60 without loss. Very good start for them.
Yeah, I think they could want nothing better. But when you're being asked to bat, you're pulling to bat, and with 5.2 overs gone, you're 60 without loss. One of your openers on 41, the other on 13. He's beaten him there. Good comeback delivery there from Ramlal. He's been deposited over the boundary in his first 2 deliveries, but able to get a dot ball in here. Sam is driven over the top of the extra cover region and down to the boundary for 4. He doesn't even move a muscle there.
And of course, the birds getting out of the way, out of danger, and they rush on to 64 without loss.
Samuel's eyeing a 50. It was just stand and deliver there, and the birds were just fluttering away. So Wendell Samuel here, he seems to be in a hurry. Ramlal. And he just drives this one out into the cover. The sweeper comes in, picks it up, and returns it. It's only 1. So he goes up to 46.
17 runs in this over. A big over to close off the power play.
Yes, on the heels of what was a pretty decent over from Burke from the northern end. Ramlal has come and he's been taken to the cleaners by Samuel. Still has one more delivery left. And he just guides this one behind square. They come for one. Will they go for second? They on for second. And they get home safely in the end. Good work there by Fornillier. But they're able to come through for two. So at the end of 6 overs with the power play done, understood, they pulled 9 team after being asked about their 67 without loss.
And what an expensive over. 19 runs off that final over of the power play. And what a very good way to close off the power play for pool 9. Very good start. And that's what is more important. And I just cannot overemphasize the importance of having all 10 wickets in hand.
Oh, well, of course, the pool 9 team, 67 without loss. It represents the biggest power play thus far in the tournament. So after 4 innings, this being the 5th innings being played, it's the fastest power play, the largest set of runs accumulated, 67 without loss. So just what the doctor ordered. So it's booked to continue to Samuel. Samuel on 46, looking to get a 50. He opens the face here and gets out, gets across 4-1.
Now the field is now relaxed. We have more fielders outside of the circle. So, of course, there will be this period now, what we call the middle overs, that they would want to accumulate now. Because of they still have 10 wickets in hand, they can still take a few risks if they choose to.
Well, Elliott has been the she anchor. He's just anchored the innings, and he pushes one square of the wicket. They go through for one. One is all they'll get. So it's been different styles that have complemented this opening partnership. Elliott quite happy just to push the ball around for ones and twos and leave all the heavy lifting for Samuels. He's on 47 from 28, facing up to Burke. He tries to open the face. So you recognize that Samuel, he loves to play the ball opening the face, those cuts, those square drives, those flicks. But if you give him anything pitched up, he's going to go with you back over your head, back over the middle region. And yes, he is over the cover this time. The extra cover region, the man at long off just has to go to retrieve. So 4 good-looking runs, and that's 50 for Wendell Samuel. So Wendell Samuel brings up 50. Pole 9, they continue to carry on here.
A good knock from him so far. From 30 deliveries faced, 51 not out. He has been in a no-nonsense mood this evening.
And what a way to open his account in the Northzone T20 Festival. Third ball there. So this middle overs, Wilson, with that healthy start, the pool 9 team can afford to just play the ball around, nudge the ones and twos, the odd boundaries, keep it at just around 8 runs and over, and I think they'll be able to get quite comfortably to about 180 plus. And he's driving this one out to the sweeper out in the deep at cover. Jogs through for a single. So at the end of 7 overs, the pool 9 team, they're 74 without loss. The current run rate, 10.57, as we have some of the highlights of that man, Wendell Samuels. Yeah, it was a KFC maximum. He was brutal on anything pitched up. This one going all the way into the Diego Martin Main Road. And then he opened the face to the fence for 4. That was a shot that brought up his 50. You take a bow, Wendell Samuel, as he posts a 50 for the pool 9 team, as there's going to be a change at the southern end. So it's going to be Da Costa. So Da Costa, Matthew Da Costa, of course, a very familiar name to us, Matthew Da Costa, normally one of the scorers when it comes to cricket in Trinidad and Tobago. He has the ball in his hands, setting his field. He's going to be bowling to a man on the charge, Wendell Samuels. So it's Da Costa versus Samuel. Samuel just pushes this one into the onside. Takes the single. Of course, it seems to be the rain is coming. Probably an illusion. And this one just tugged up into the mid-wicket region. They run the first one hard, but one is all they'll get. So 2 good deliveries. First up here by Da Costa. I'm hearing the Nutsman by Nuts for Minna. You know, when the Nutsman is in the crowd, the action is at the location. And it's up in the air. It's into the stands. KFC maximum by Wendell Samuels as he continues to bat like a runaway train here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex.
I don't think he has any respect for the middle overs. He's going as if we are still in the power play, but excellent batting from him.
Well, if you're able to clear the boundary so easily, you could put all the fielders out.
It doesn't matter if you're in the power play or not, because the ball is sailing out of the field anyway.
Good comeback delivery there from Da Costa. 2 more deliveries left in his over. Down the track. Unable to get a hold of it. So another dot delivery. Can Matthew Da Costa close out this over? Would be good for his team. He's just conceded 8 thus far, or 5 deliveries. And he struck him a stifle appeal. So a good over there by Da Costa, just costing 8. At the end of 8 overs, though, the pool 9 team, after being asked to bat first, they're 82 without loss. A very good start by the pool 9 team here, Ian.
Excellent start from them. They're going at more than 10 runs per over. And if they can maintain this to the 15th over without losing a wicket, they will reach up to about, let's say, 150. And in the last 5 overs, they can really accelerate to, let's say, about 16 runs per over. And that could well put them past 200.
Well, we've seen some good innings played thus far, as it looks like it's going to be another bowling change. Bradley Budoo to take up the bowling attack from the northern end. He's going to be bowling some spin. He's bowling to Elliott. Elliott quite happy to let Samuel do all the heavy lifting. He's on 17 from 15 deliveries. And Elliott driving.
Jordan Warner just waiting for that.
Just one run there. Well, this is going to be the challenge here. All the bowlers have found it difficult to bowl to that man, Wendell Samuel, and there he is pulling this one through the mid-wicket region. They run for one. One is all they'll get. So they're using the middle overs just as you advise. They're just ticking the score along. Every now and again, they get the occasional boundary just to keep up the run rate at around 10. And he's bowled him. So Budoo gets the breakthrough. It was long in coming, but Bradley Budoo has bowled Elliott. So Elliott goes for a patient, but should I say well-played 18.
Yes, excellent, and it's a very good supporting innings from Elliott, supporting Samuel. He saw Samuel going at it, but of course he wanted to get get in the party as well. But he goes for a well-played 18. The first wicket, 84 for one.
So Riyad Mohammed makes his way to the crease. There we see it again. He played all around that one and found this off-stop knockback. Remember, you're watching the T20, the Northzone T20 Festival here at the Digger Martin Sporting Complex. We want to thank the Office of the Prime Minister through the Ministry, to the Prime Minister Sport and Cultural Fund, Police Credit Union, NLCB, JMMB, NLCB, Sagico, and of course, Blue and Stamina. Have I forgotten KFC and their maximums, Ian? Probably I haven't gotten any KFC this afternoon.
I would not comment on that. As we saw this one tickle on the onside, they will get one. Oh, and they think about a second, and they do. So Riyad Mohammed gets off the mark immediately.
It's a good running there by Mohammed. He saw that the fielders are running very gingerly on this heavy ground. So they're able to get 2 runs. The Pool 9 team would want to keep up the run rate. They'll not want it to dip by much. As Riyad Mohammed takes strike from Budoo. He's long forward, bat and pad close together. Good technique there, something that any youngster would be glad to follow. Budoo looking to close off his first over. And they're asking the question. The ball came off the pad, but they're able to jog through for a single. So
I'm not seeing the umpire signal like bad. I don't know if you would have seen it.
No signal from the umpire, so it's runs. So he would have deemed it to come off the bat or probably the glove. So Budoo finished off his over for just 5. And at the end of 9, Pole 9, the 87-1. Well, it's Matthew DaCosta who is going to continue from the southern end. He's going to be bowling to Mohammed. Mohammed, a very good player of spin. So it'd be interesting how he does against DaCosta. DaCosta had a pretty decent opening over, just going for 8 runs. It included a 6. So it shows that he was quite on spot most deliveries. Yeah, and Mohammed just opens the face. And they're able to scamper through for a quick single. They bring the dangerous Wendell Samuel into strike. He's been off strike a bit, Ian Wason, in the last couple of overs.
Yes, and that is, and you can see why the last 2 overs yielded just 13 runs. 8 from DaCosta and 5, and a wicket from Bradley Budoo.
Samuel's just banging this one into the covers. Good work there by the fielder. Getting to the ball early with a quick early release. as the fans continue to come in here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. A lot of lovely folks around. Of course, Diego Martin, a cosmopolitan of people, as Mohammed pulls this one into the mid-wicket region. And they go through for one. So they just rotating the strike here. Going in ones at this point. They just start about 9.74 runs and over. And that's a full toss. It's in the air. Jordan, oh, it's over his head, but it's 4 runs. So he misjudged it, Jordan Warner.
And it's a bad thing when you see he didn't just...
We're waiting for the umpire decision.
It looked like a 4 to us.
No, it's 4 runs. He signaled 4. He signaled 4. He signaled 4. The umpire had signaled 4. Not quite sure. But I think it's 4 runs signal there. This time he's just guiding this one down to the short third man region. And they get through for a quick single. We'll get clarification of whether it was 4 or 6.
So just trying to, well, according to what we have here, it's a 6 on the score. Just one more ball in the over. And that's the...
Confirmed. So it's 95 for 1 at the end of 10 overs. Pole 9 after being asked, but so it's the Blue Waters drinks break. So while they have a drink, we'll have one also. As remember, you're watching the Northzone T20 Festival.
Do whatever the crunch you want. Delicious nuggets made from 100% chicken breast. Try it in our crispy hot and spicy recipe or in the Colonel's original recipe. Mix and match. The new hot and spicy nuggets. Spiciness you love to crunch. It's finger licking good.
Do you have multiple loans with high installments? Is that weighing you down? Police Credit Union has the solution for you. Merge all your commitments into one manageable payment, affordable interest rate, and a comfortable loan repayment term. Break free from those shackles with our Free Yourself Debt Consolidation loan. Let PCU be the key to your financial freedom. Apply for a Free Yourself loan today. All loans are subject to normal lending criteria. Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
Here at GMMB, love is the currency. And let's show you how we are able to transfer that energy into real conversations. Manners and respect.
Respect, my brother.
Respect, man. Speaking about respect, Adrian, I mean, how important is it to the whole banking experience?
So us at GMMB, as you know, we push a vision of love within our mission. And the purpose of that vision of love as it pertains to respect is us empathizing with our clients, being able to acknowledge their current position so that we could tailor a solution for them. Because everyone's position is not the same. So our vision of love.
Welcome back here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex as we continue in action, and he's bowled him. So Budoo has the magic arm as he gets rid of the dangerous Wendell Samuels. He's bowled him. So Bradley Budoo continues his good form with the ball. He sends back the danger man. Samuels right after the Blue Waters drinks break. And the pole 9 team, they seem to have been rocked by Budoo. But it was a good hand by Wendell as he walks off. Wendell Samuels, he goes. And look at it again, he just knocking back the leg stump. And coming out to bat for the pool 9 team, it's Rishi Mana. As Samuels walks away a dejected man. A good innings of 66, though by him. He got his team the perfect start. But Bradley Budoo has come on, and he's definitely spunting the way of the Queen's Park team.
Yes, he's taken a wicket in his first over, come back and he takes another wicket in this over. He's doing what he is required to do, and good bowling from the young man. And just like that, they have lost 2 wickets.
And the 2 wickets, not only just 2 wickets, the 2 wickets of the set batters. So these 2 will have to start over here again.
And both bowled as well.
So Budoo to Mana. Mana just driving that one through the covers. They go for 1, 1 is all they'll get. So the field stretch far and wide. It entails a man at backward point, a sweeper on the boundary in the cover region, a man at cover, a man at long off, a man at long on, a man at just at deep mid wicket, a man at backward square, and a man at short fine leg. Mohammed plays this one to the Costa. The Costa does the fielding. So Budoo has been excellent for his team. He's come on and he's put the brakes on this pool 9 team. They were going at over 10 runs when he took the ball, and now they've come down considerably. He's also taken 2 wickets, 2 for 7 from his 1.3 overs. Has flicked off the legs. Good fielding there. The throw not the best by Burke, but he does enough to prevent any thought of a run. So after the Queen's Park team started off poorly with the ball, they've been able to pull things back a bit here. Pool 9, though, because of their good run rate, can afford to just play themselves in these 2 new batters, Ian.
And that is the importance of having a good start in the power play. Now, I won't be too harsh and say they started poorly with the ball. Of course, it's a power play. You must expect that. But
whip through mid wicket, quickly off the boundary there. It's Fonilier. Does the fielding. Only 1 run. So that brings the end to a wicket. Over that had a wicket in it, considered only 3. Bradley Budoo with the good figures of 2 overs, 8 runs for 2 wickets. And after 11 overs, the pool 9 team, after being asked to bat first, they're 98 for 2.
Excellent over, and as you mentioned, because of that cushion they had in the power play, they can afford to restart they could afford to rock back and try to rebuild an innings. And because in the middle overs, you expect the run rate to drop just a little bit because of the fact that the fielding restrictions are relaxed. They still have a healthy run rate of 8.91 as the Costa continues. And it starts with 4 runs.
So Mohammed there, playing that one through the backward, square backward region, just sweeping it around. It was a full toss. And 4 runs there. So Mohammed, he's getting in on the arc. That's Riaz Mohammed. He's down the track, and it's a big one. Out of the ground and into the house next door. KFC Maximum. Rishi Mohammed using his feet, getting to the pitch and just hitting it back over the head of the bowler and out of the ground.
He has decided he has seen enough and he will up the tempo just a bit. A 6 under 4 to start this over, the 12th over. And again, there we see Stephanie Power coming out with a box of balls. That's the second time she have had to do so for the evening. And I'm sure it will not be the last.
Well, it's brought up the 100 for the pool 19. So they're about 104 for 2, 108 for 2. As umpire Wilson just looking for a ball that he deems to be 12 overs old, 11 point something overs old. So it's the Costa to continue. 10 runs of the first 2 balls in this delivery. It is over. So Da Costa to Mohammed. And he just turns this one around. So the umpire to see if it's a leg by signal. In fact, it's a wide signal. So it touched nothing. So Matthew Da Costa struggling here now.
And that's what a 6 under 4 can do to you. He needs to keep his composure and continue the work that he was doing before.
Mana playing this one back to the bowler. No run at that ball. So 3 more balls in this over. Da Costa to Mana. Mana just playing it back again. So good comeback deliveries there by Da Costa.
Excellent bowling from the young man. He came into this over none for 16 of his first 2 overs. Conceded 10 in his first 2 balls. And this is a good shout!
Not out, says umpire Wilson. Doesn't seem to be interested in much. Da Costa looking to close off the over. It's been a difficult one for him. He's driven out into the offside. They'll get 1. Funny does the fielding. The former Woodbrook Secondary School player. And that brings the end of the 12 over. So it's 110 for 2, pool 9. After being asked to bat first by Queen's Park. The scores of note, 66 from 42 from Wendell Samuel. Nicholas Elliott, the other opener, 18 from 17. Those are the 2 significant scores. After that, we have Riaz Mohammed. He's on 16 from 9.
So the run rate just back up just a bit, 9.17. It had dropped to about 8, but that's 6. That's over.
And it's a big hit here. It's out of the ground. Mana greeting Budoo with a 6. A KFC maximum. So pole 9, they continue to soldier on, motoring on here at the Dagobah Sporting Complex. A KFC maximum. Look at it again. Pitched up. He just went across the line and it went all the way into the car park.
I think some of the cars are in danger.
Well, I parked on that side, but I made sure not to park closest to the field. You'll hope that if the ball bounces and comes into contact with your car, not much damage would be done.
Better than getting it flush.
Yes, most definitely. The way the pole 9 players are batting, no one is safe around the Dagomah Sporting Complex, whether you're in the road, the car park, or the stands. So the ball has been retrieved, and Budoo will continue. He's been greeted with a 6. Let's look at this battle between him and Mana. Mana drives this one out. The man at long off comes around, does the fielding, gets it in. 1 run is all they'll get. So this game filled with a lot of players of quality. We have Eric Garcia. He would have attended Tranquility Secondary. The former secondary school players. This one is one bounce fielding there by Jordan Warner. Mohammed gets the single. You know, you've harped and your song praises to the guest players, Ian. But Jordan Warner fielding doesn't seem to be a next level fielding. That's just my opinion. Ball played back to the bowler. He's allowed a ball to go over his head, through his hands over his head, and yet it still didn't go for 6. And every time the ball goes to him, it seems to have a bubble. He's LBW'd. So Budoo continues here. He picks up his 3rd wicket as Mana goes. Umpire hands raises the finger, and Bradley Budoo, he picks up his 3rd wicket. Pole 9, they slip to 118 for 3.
Excellent bowling from Budoo. Every over he bowls, he gets a wicket. This over is the most expensive of his 3 overs so far. The first 2 overs he conceded just a 7, and the first 3 balls in this over he conceded 8. But certainly, he continues to take the wickets. Let's look at this one. The umpire had no other choice. That was going bang onto the middle stump.
So Juan Carlos Narain comes to the wicket. He strides out to the crease. Ready for action here. Normally a very aggressive batter, Juan Carlos. So Juan Carlos takes his guard from umpire Dominic Hines. Getting ready to face up to Bradley Budoo, who's looking to close off this over. Ball just going on the leg side. I think it would be signal wider. All eyes on the umpire. No signal coming. So that's the end of another Bradley Budoo's over. At the end of 13 overs, pole 9, they're 118 for 3. Bradley Budoo, 3 overs, 15 runs, 3 wickets. I think you'll take that from a spinner any day, Ian Waste.
Do whatever the crunch you want. Delicious nuggets made from 100% chicken breast. Try it in our crispy hot and spicy recipe or in the Colonel's original recipe. Mix and match. The new hot and spicy nuggets. Spiciness you love to crunch. It's finger licking good.
Do you have
So welcome back, and we welcome you back with the news that Mohammed, he has been stumped of the bowling over Matthew Da Costa. The very first ball of the over. Some good work by the wicketkeeper. Mohammed not happy with the decision. Juan Carlos walking all the way back. He meets the incoming batter close to the boundary fence. The incoming batter is the number 11, Michael Shufang. So Michael Shufang. So these names here, emphasizing the cosmopolitan nature of Trinidad and Tobago. We have one. Yeah, we have Juan Carlos Narain and Matthew Sufang. So that's a Spanish name together with a Chinese name. Of course, the rainbow country, Trinidad and Tobago. Let's look at the wicket here. In fact, that's earlier. Look at it here. Yeah. He just leaned over. Take it in slow motion. Yes. The only question would be whether he had broken the stumps with the ball and not the non-playing glove.
That ball getting some extra height there.
So Sufang. So the Costa to Sufang. It's gone all the way for 6. KFC maximum. So Sufang has come out and he's batting as if he was batting in the net.
Yes, it doesn't take long for him to get aggressive and get on with it. He moves on to 6 with the second ball he's faced.
Yeah, that one pitched up and he just helped it over the ropes. So Michael Sufang is on the go here. And he pushes this one. Quick single. He's definitely short of his ground. The umpire left with no choice but to send him on his way. So Juan Carlos Narain found short of his ground.
I'm not sure what he was thinking. The run wasn't on. Just, he already got a 6 in this over. Not sure why he wanted to risk that run there. But in the end, it's a 5th wicket. He goes for 6.
Good fielding there by Burke. Yeah, he was well short. So Sufang making the bad call there. So in comes the number 14, the captain, Latiff. Luke Latiff comes to the wicket. Special good afternoon to Mr. Hassan Arahu. So Hassan Arahu listening there in the Belmont region here in Trinidad as Latiff takes his guard. Of course, the former captain of Mr. Ian Wilson.
Luke Latiff, who is a servant of Northzone cricket, has been here for quite a while. A long-standing member of Sweet Revenge as well. Played with him many years ago, and he's still going strong.
Well, he's long forward there, just pushing that one back to the bowler. Da Costa looking to finish off his quota of overs here. And Latiff there plays this one out into the offside. Scampers through for single. And that brings the end to another Da Costa over. The end of 14 overs, the pole 9 team, after being inserted and asked about their 125 for 6.
I think you're just getting a bit too over enthusiastic there. 125 for 5. Or are you being prophetic? Have you sensed a wicket in this over?
Well, the man with the wicket hand is Budoo, but it seems to be a change in the bowling. It's still Budoo to continue.
Budoo is going to bowl out his 4th over. 3 overs, 3 for 15. Da Costa is finished. He bowled 4 overs, 1 for 36. There's a reason why he was kept in. Bradley Budoo is 4th wicket. He continues. He's the man with the golden arm. And Luke Latiff has to walk back.
So I was being prophetic, as it's 125 for 6. Latiff goes back. He's not happy.
But of course, I'm going to tell him, blame you.
As Hines with a finger up, and Latiff has to go. And coming out to bat for the pole 9 team is Sean Sukan. So Sean Sakan comes to the wicket. Latiff walks back, a dejected looking figure. So the pole 9 team on a slide here, Ian Waystar. Budoo, he's definitely caused a lot of changes here.
Excellent bowling from the young man. 4 for 15 as we speak. He still has 5 deliveries to go in his final over. So they have slid from 95 for 1 in 10 overs. And we're in the 15th over, they're 125 for 6. The middle overs not going well for them.
So Budoo to continue. The wicketkeeper seemed very interested in that one. Sakan with his first delivery. Sean Sakan. Budoo, he's been excellent for his team thus far. And they just turned this one into the mid-wicket, the vacant mid-wicket region. And they're able to go through for a single.
After the good start that pole 9 got, this is not what they would have expected to be. They lost their first wicket at 84 for 1. They've slid now to 126 for 6. And of course, Bradley Budoo, the main antagonist. So far, 4 for 16.
Yeah, most definitely the Queen's Park team, they'll be happy with the score here. Just 126 for 6 in this 15th over. Budoo looking to finish off his 4 overs here. He has figures of 4 for 16 thus far. It's driven upon the offside of the pitch. The man along off comes in and fields. So Budoo finishes off his 4th over. He finishes with figures of 4 for 17. So after 15 overs, pole 9, after being asked about, they 127 for 6.
That was the cheapest over they've had. Just 2 runs in that over. Of course, their best over being the 3rd over that went for 19 runs. So after 15 overs, Pool 9 sent into bat. After getting a good start, where they got an opening partnership of 84, sorry, after 8 overs, they were in a 9th over when their first wicket fell. They have now slid to 127 for 6 in 15 overs. Now they're into the final 5 overs, where you won't want them to accelerate. But having lost 6 wickets, they may have to do that tentatively.
Well, they're into the back end of the innings. And it's Burke. And he's bowled him, Adrian Burke. He's changed ends and he's changed fortunes as his first delivery crashes into the stumps. And the Pool 9 team continues to slide here.
Certainly looking more like Jasprit Bumrah, even with the results. Excellent delivery.
So, Michael Sufang, who goes bowled the middle and off. The big offer, he played all around it. And he rehearses a shot that would have served him better. He has to go. Pool 9 in danger of being bowled out here. They're 127 for 7.
And 3 wickets in the space of 3 runs. But what is worse, 5 wickets in the space of 9 runs. They've lost 5 wickets in the space of 9 runs.
Striding out to the wicket is the young Datu, Amir Datu, who walks out here. A lot of pressure on the young man. His team has found themselves in a slide.
After having a good start, they are in danger of being bowled out. That would be very disappointing for them, but really encouraging for Queen's Park. They were in a position to get in excess of 200, but very important what wickets can do.
So it's Burke there, bowling to the new batter, Datu, and he's just playing it out on the offside. No run conceded. Guys, this one down to third man. They go through for a single. So, you see, just sitting at the top of his run, Burke played back past the bowler. They're able to get one. So things are slowed immensely here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex after an electric start by the Pool 9 team, where their opening batters got off to a brilliant start. The man, Wendell Samuel, he led the charge with a brilliant 66. He was ably supported by Elliott, who got 18, a patient 18. But after those 2 wickets fell, the wheels started to come off. Mohammed had a few lusty blows, but since then, it's been all the Queen's Park team. They've definitely tightened the screws, and the man who's really led the front of that charge has been Bradley Budoo, who bowled his 4 overs for just 17 runs, claiming 4 wickets. Burke, and playing it out, it's Datu. And that brings the over to an end. So at the end of over number 16, it's 129 for 7. And Pool 9, they have not been able to find a way to score here, Ian.
No, it's very difficult for them. They are struggling. They are really struggling. And when we look at the last 5 overs or so, they've struggled. Only 19 runs in the last 5 overs, but they've lost 5 wickets.
we'll see. It's going to be a bowling change. Seems like it's going to be Garcia who's going to be continuing from the changing ends. He's going to be coming from the northern end. And of course, with the new rules, you got to put on your helmet.
So Garcia most likely will bowl the 17th and the 19th overs. Adrian Burke just has 1 over to go. He has 3 overs, 1 for 17. So let me go through the figures quickly. Sitaram, the skipper, none for 28 off 2. Garcia, none for 12 off 2. Burke, 1 for 17 off 3. Ravindra Ramlal, none for 19 off 1. DaCosta is bowled out, 1 for 36 of his 4 overs, and as well as Bradley Budoo, 4 for 17 from his 4 overs. Excellent bowling from the young man.
Yes, Budoo was definitely be the pick of the bowlers. He's done well. Sukan here will want to stay to the end. He's only on 2 from 4 deliveries. The Pool 9 team has definitely stalled innings. Garcia, the brother of Akil Hussain, West Indies player. He'll be looking to make a name of his own in the sport. A pretty decent all-rounder, Garcia.
Just a delay waiting for the batsman to sort himself out.
Yeah, Sukan there is putting on his gloves, ensuring that all his protective wear is rightly positioned. He's going to be facing up to Garcia. This one just pulled on the onside. They jogged through for a single. Ian, what advice would you have for the Pool 9 team in terms of approaching these last 4 overs?
I like it now every time you commentate, you ask me for advice. I'm wondering if I am commentating or in an examination room. But let me give you some advice. They have lost 7 wickets. What they need to do is accelerate with care. Accelerate with care. You have to be careful. 7 wickets down, you have exposed the tail.
They are single. They just turn on to the onside.
They don't have the luxury to go after the batting, the bowling, as if they had just 3 wickets down.
This one is driven here by Sakan, and they're able to run through for a single.
The only issue I have with some of these bowlers, especially when you're watching them from side on, they're ambling.
So we look at him there. He's not running to the wicket.
He's just
playing
jogging
straight to
to
the
the
batter, but they're able to scamper a quick single. You see that Sukan would have signaled for his bat. It seems to have been broken. So he signaled for a new bat. At this level, you don't think that his cricket bag will have more than 1 bat, especially the number that he's batting at.
You would be surprised, Gordon. You would be surprised.
Well, the captain, Latiff, jogs out with a bat. It's a tonner. I think the tonner was made famous by Chris Gale, won the Universe Boss. So let's see if Sukan can finish with a Universe Boss kind of finishing here. He pulls this one, tucks this one. It goes through the fielder. They're able to turn and come back. And they get another run, getting 2 there. There's a captain, Sitaram. He's not been at his best today, the captain, Andre Sitaram. Hit. Man at long off. Does the fielding.
Just the 7 runs in that over. None for 19, that's Garcia's figures after 3 overs.
So After 17 overs, the pole 9 team who were asked to bat, they 136 for 7. There we have the scorecard. The two at the top has gotten the best. That's Wayne Samuel, 66 from 42. Elliott, 18 from 17. Mohammed chipped in with 17 from 11. After that, not much. But Sukan here, he's making a bit of a comeback with his 7 from 8. And that he's together with him is Mr. Amer Datu, who's on 3 from 6 deliveries. So looking to bowl out here, we have Burke, young Adrian Burke. He's done well thus far, 1 for 17. Burke is beating him all ends up. Sukan with a wild swipe. A dot ball in the end. Remember you watching the Northzone T20 Festival here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex.
This is Burke, the Bumrah lookalike.
He's driving this one up on the offside. Gets a single. I think Queen's Park will be happy to concede only singles from here on in.
That's the beauty of picking up wickets, putting the batters under pressure, exposing the tail.
Well, it's Datu who's going to be facing Burke. I almost said Bumrah, the amount of times you would have described the run-up of Burke. Driving this one. But straight out to the man at a long off. Just one he'll get. So Burke. It's down the leg side, signal wide by umpire Wilson. Remember the Northzone T20 Festival, 19 days of cricket from July 15th, started on July 15th, all the way to August the 2nd, where the grand final will take place. And this one comes off the edge. They're able to go through for a single. So singles, leg by, signal by umpire Wilson. So they're doing it in ones here. So leg by signal by umpire Wilson there. Full toss. Tries to go over the field. It only goes out to the man at long on. Another single. Score going up to 141 for 7. Wasting, did you hear this, the song Single Single by Travel Zoe? Single, 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 single.
I'm afraid I've not.
Adrian Duncan. They're doing it in singles. Burke looking to get a wicket here. He has good figures of 1 for 27, 1 for 21. And this one just played back past the bowler. So he'll finish his quota of 4 overs, 1 for 22. And at the end of 18 overs, the pole 9 team, they 142 for 7.
So Burke finishes his spell 1 for 22 of his 4 overs. Excellent bowling from him, the Jasprit Bumrah lookalike. When you look at his bowling figures, so just the 2 overs to go again. It's 142 for 7. 2 overs to go. I'm sure that Garcia, who will bowl, he has 1 over to go. Not sure if he might bowl this over. They might save him for the last over.
Well, the pick of the bowlers, though.
Of course,
that
it's
man.
Bradley Budoo. Excellent, Bradley Budoo. 4 for 17 from his 3 overs, from his 4 overs, sorry. So it's going to be Garcia
He's going to be bowling the penultimate over, a very important over in T20 cricket. Eric Garcia strides in from the northern end. And Sukan just playing it back to the bowler.
I would like to see Garcia develop and work on his run-up. His run-up to the approach to the wicket he's ambling. He's not getting in there with some urgency.
Yes.
I'm not saying to run in like Tino Best, but you need to run in a bit with a bit more urgency.
Yes, most definitely. He's running back to the top of his run.
So when it's time to deliver now, you're putting that pressure on your shoulder to make up the pace.
But it's all about physics, really. As this one comes off the inside edge, goes around the corner, and they're able to jog through for another single. It's all about momentum. And momentum is mass by velocity. So, of course, if you're running in with a...
Transfer that.
You're able to transfer that mass by velocity to the smaller ball and generate some pace. Yeah, this one is guided. It's going to go pretty close to the boundary. Does well. But they're able to come back for two.
An excellent throw to the wicketkeeper. Doesn't have to move to his left or his right. Just collecting that ball right above the bails. Excellent throw from the deep.
Phone line, though, they'll be looking to try to get at the toss. They were looking at something over 160. That was their skipper.
They're not going to get that.
And this one is played through the cover region. They go for one, they turn for two, and they'll get it comfortably in the end. So they move up here to 147. 7 deliveries. Do you think they can get that 13 plus runs to get to 160?
Well, I'm not sure he's going to bowl the last over. I'm certainly not Ravinder Ramlal. He conceded 90
Drives
runs.
this one out on the offside. And they get through for a single.
And that's Eric Garcia's spell. 4 overs, none for 25. So just the 1 over to go. 148 for 7. They have 12 runs to get to that 160 mark. But they were in a position to go to make much more than that. At the end of 10 overs, they were 95 for 1. They had 9 wickets in hand, 95 runs on the board. But since then, they have struggled. They've only made 53 runs. 53 runs from their 9 overs. They have struggled while losing 6 wickets in the process.
Well, after the Blue Waters drinks break, the very first ball after, Budoo, he knocked back the stumps over Samuel, and that really started a slider. This pair, though, they've done a bit of a repair job here at the back end. Datu and Sakan.
Yes, Bradley Budoo did excellent. Every over he bowled, he took a wicket. 1 for 5 in his first over, 1 for 2 in his second over, 1 for 8 in his third, and 1 for 2 in his fourth.
Well, it's the skipper who's going to bowl the last over of this pole 9 innings. So, Andre Sitaram comes in. That square drive, that's a good-looking square drive. Fornilia gets it quickly, releases. Well, does well in the outfield there, Fornilia. And then he's holding his calves. The ground is a bit heavy out there. Kermison. Looking a bit uncomfortable there. But it's the captain. Into Sakan. Plays and misses. So Sitaram will try to close things off here. Of course, the former St. Mary's College player, left arm. It's driven. And it's gone for 4.
One bounce into the boundary for 4. So they move to 153. You have 3 more deliveries to get to your figure, Gordon, 160.
So that goes 4-4. And brings up the 150 for the Pool 9 team. They finally got into 150, Ian.
Must be some kind of relief, but they should have got close to 200 by the way they would have started. But Bradley Budoo had different plans.
Scamper a single here. So another runner added. Score going up to 154 for 7. 2 more legal deliveries left in this innings. Datu takes his guard, having a friendly conversation with the keeper. Of course, the keeper, former Hillview College player. And that's a no ball, a cardinal sin here. So it's going to be a free hit.
And of course, they get the 1 run from that no ball as well.
In fact, the keeper, Sukwa, is a present St. Mary's College player. So the Secondary Schools Cricket League is doing quite well. Just recently, the under 17 representative on the 17 team, they were second. In fact, they due to come back today. That ball played out. Remember, it was a free hit. Only 1. So, Citeran misery with the no ball continuing from this to southern end. One more legal delivery left.
9 runs in this over, so 457 for 7. Gordon, 3 runs away from your mark of 160.
It wasn't my mark, it was the total set by the captain, Latiff, at the toss. This one is driven right back past the bowler. It's going to go pretty close to the boundary. The fielder comes, or it goes between his leg, and it's 4 more runs. So it's 161. So it's a pass score for the captain, Latiff.
And of course, he will be happy with that. As you mentioned, he wanted 106. He get 1 run more. And as they close on 161 for 7.
It was a slower ball. Datu was able to lift it over. But the fielder should have done a whole lot better. His footballing skills not looking like Messi, your favorite player. That was Ramlal.
Why are you saying Messi is my favorite player, Gordon?
Well, I know you're Argentine.
But not necessarily Messi is my favorite player. At the end, it's 161 for 7 in their 20 overs. I don't know who is Gordon's favorite player and when it comes to football, but he says Lionel Messi is mine.
Well, that's the end of the Pool 9 innings. Join us in a short while as we have the Queen's Park reply.
Do you have multiple loans with high installments? Is that weighing you down? Police Credit Union has the solution for you. Merge all your commitments into one manageable payment, affordable interest rate, and a comfortable loan repayment term. Break free from those shackles with our Free Yourself Debt Consolidation loan. Let PCU be the key to your financial freedom. Apply for a Free Yourself loan today. All loans are subject to normal lending criteria. Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
Here at GMMB, love is the currency. And let's show you how we are able to transfer that energy into real conversations. Manners and respect.
Respect, my brother.
Respect, man. Speaking about respect, Adrian, I mean, how important is it to the whole banking experience?
So us at GMMB, as you know, we push a vision of love within our mission. And the purpose of that vision of love as it pertains to respect is us empathizing with our clients, being able to acknowledge their current position so that we could tailor a solution for them. Because everyone's position is not the same. So our vision of love allows us to connect with our customers and our clients respectively and provide them that unique service.
Truth be told, it's GMMB. Banking for real, with real people. Manners and respect.
Always, my brother.
Every time.
JMMB.
It's banking for real.
Blue Water's posse identified. Somebody pass blue water. Somebody bring blue water. Somebody get blue water. And we ready now. When you feeling hard, take up the water spray. Take up the water spray. In your school or house, take up the water spray. When the bus run out, take up the water spray. The party posse water. The working posse water. The school children they water. The water spray. The fitness posse water. The office posse water.
We came to tear it up.
Would you stop being such a people pleaser?
Makes you happy.
Stop it!
Doesn't get any better than this.
Oh well, let the fake friendliness continue.
Ian, Queen's Park, they're looking to reply here. The prolific Warner, he's looking to head to the crease. That's Jordan Warner, and he'll be partnered by the number 54, the captain, Andre Sitaram.
It's going to be a good run, an interesting run chase. Only looking for 162 runs to win. And of course, Jordan Warner was really among the runs for Queen's Park, the first team in the Premier 1. So he would want to continue that. He had some form as well in the 50 over tournament, as well as the T20 festival. So he would want to continue this form into this tournament here as their guest player.
Well, it's Richie Mana who's going to open the bowling for the Pole 9 team. He's going to be opening it from the Diego Martin main road end. The southern end here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex as the Northzone T20 Festival continues here in Diego Martin. What a beautiful tournament it has been. This is the third day, and we have already had 2 nail biters in the opening 2 days. Well, this trend continues. Mana looking to add to the excitement as he gets ready to run in to Jordan Warner for the first delivery of the Queen's Park reply.
Spot-on delivery to start with.
Just pushed out into the offside. Doing the fielding there for the Pole 9 team was, it seems like Mohammed who does the fielding there. So it's Mana running in. Sure that he's pulled this one away in front of square. He doesn't even bother to run. It's into the fence for 4. 1 out off the mark. Queen's Park there on the run here.
So Warner just punked on that one quickly. A short ball, a really short ball from Mana. And he punks and pulled that through. Of course, the 9 fielders inside the circle. So when it got past that, it was nothing but 4.
Well, that Mana's pace, you can't afford to be short. You got to pitch it up. He pulled that from outside the off stump. So he's cutting and cutting well. 4 more. In fact, it's going to hold up on the very damp outfield, and they'll only get 2. So good work there by Michael Sufang, getting across there, the heavy outfielder on this the near side where the field drains, and Warner just getting 2.
So just 3 deliveries gone, 6 runs already. Mana would want to get pitch of the ball a lot like that.
That's an excellent delivery. You know, when I played in the North Zone, it was like this. You would get spot-on deliveries, but you could expect to get a short delivery, a half volley, or a rank long hop in an over. So you just have to wait for the bad balls. Yeah, that one was wide. You're lucky to get away with it there by Mana. So he's gotten to the 5th ball, just 6 runs thus far. So he's doing well. Warner walks away, resettles. Rishi Mana looking to close off the opening over. It's a beautiful delivery. So a good over there to start things off for the Pole 9 team. Queen's Park looking to get to 162 to win their 6 without loss.
It's a good start from Mana after going for the 6 runs in his first 3 deliveries. They did well to come back. As you would have seen the difference in the results when he pitched the ball up as opposed to dropping it short. Because Warner is ready to pounce on anything that is short.
Well, it's Sukan who's going to take up the attack from the northern end. Michael Fang, sorry. He's just getting his run up to the throngs of Trinidad Killer tune. Come down from there. In fact, it's Elliott who's going to take up the bowling attack. So Elliott to take up the bowling attack from the northern end. He runs in.
That's a nice delivery outside you off stump. Sitaram playing and a miss.
So good start there by Elliott. Old rivalry being renewed there, Fatima versus CIC. Of course, Elliott would have played for Fatima and Sitaram for St. Mary's. So another dot delivery. So good start here by Elliott. Nicholas Elliott. Just what the doctor ordered for the pole 9 team early on here, Ian.
Yes, the bowlers would want to keep it tight. Not a lot of runs to defend, only 161. So they want to keep it tight. If they can pick up a couple wickets, better yet.
It's carved away, but there's a man out at the third man region. It's only one. He was given some wood there. He opened the face, but there's a man down at the third man region. So the field is a man at third man, a man at short third man, a man at backward point, a man sweeping outside there in the covers, a man at cover, a man at mid-off, a man at mid-on, mid-wicket, and a man at a short backward square position. He's cutting, but there's a sweeper out there. Gets there, takes on the arm, and gets back for two safely. So Warner there showing his repertoire. But good running between the wickets there by the Queen's Park batters, Ian.
Very good running. The field is not a huge field. To get two, in this field you have to be really alert.
Short, bangs it past the man at mid-wicket and into the boundary for 4. It was short, it was asking to be hit. And Jordan Warner gifted the treatment, banging it past the man at mid-wicket and down to the boundary for 4.
Anything short, Jordan Warner is ready to punch on. We saw that happen earlier in the over by Rishi Mana. The second ball was a very short delivery, pouncing it, and this time Elliott making the same mistake and the same result.
He's looking to close off the over here. Oh, it's a brilliant catch. The man at a short backward square. It went straight to him, but it was traveling. He takes the catch. The breakthrough has come. Queen's Park lose their first wicket for 13 runs. It's a Warner who goes for 12.
And the dangerous Warner gone for 12. Excellent wicket. That is exactly what pole 9 would have wanted. And suddenly, pole 9 have their noses in front. Yes, it's too early to call, but they have their noses in front.
He flicked it off the legs. It's a brilliant catch by Mana there. So Mana at backward square. He takes the catch. He runs away and celebrates Rishi Mana. Had it gone past him, it would have been a sure 4. But he held on for dear life. They celebrate pole 9 with the early breakthrough.
But the thing about this team, pole 9, Gordon, because of the captain, Luke Latiff, would give you that belief that you can beat anyone. They are not playing with any of the guest players, but he would inspire that. I remember batting with him, batting at number 11, and the way how he encouraged me, I felt like I could have made a 50. He's really that kind of player. If you get to play with him, it's a nice experience.
Well, it's Mana who's going to be bowling to Sitaram. Sitaram just plays this one out and they scamper through for a single. So at the end of 2 overs, Queen's Park looking to get to 162 to win their 13 for Warner. So Mana here, looking to continue. He started off decently. His first over going for just 6 runs. And he's going to be bowling to Kwesi Fonalier. And Kwesi just flicks this onto the onside. And they scamper through for another quick single. So it seems like the Queen's Park team has decided that they're going to focus on running between the wickets. They're scampering through for every single.
Well, they have to take the runs while they are available. You must recognize that bowlers will not deliberately bowl bad deliveries. And it's a good shout. Had it been a good shout, the muffled appeal from the bowler just a little bit too high. But it was a good delivery from Mana.
More importantly, it's a dot ball. So applying some pressure here.
They will get 1, and they will think about a second. Yes, the second will be made comfortably.
Not the fastest of fielders, Wendell Samuels. They turn this one, and again they just scamper through.
Good.
So they've realized that the Pool 9 team is not the most agile in the field, so they're just playing and running really, because the fielders are in the circle, and yet still they're able to get that single quite comfortably in the end. Already 3 singles plus a 2 in this over.
It's a good delivery, well played in the end, and that's the end of the 3rd over after 3 overs. It's 18 for 1.
So
Do whatever the crunch you want. Delicious nuggets made from 100% chicken breast. Try it in our crispy hot and spicy recipe or in the Colonel's original recipe. Mix and match. The new hot and spicy nuggets. Spiciness you love to crunch. It's finger licking good.
Do you have multiple?
Elliott will continue 1 for 7 from his opening over. Forcing this one on the onside, but another dot ball. They will not get a run. Elliott will be generating a little bounce of his height. So did Mana, but they would want to keep the ball up.
it's Elliott who's coming into Sitaran. It's up in the air. And it's an easy catch. So Elliott strikes, taking the catch quite comfortably there. It seemed to be Mohammed who took that catch. So Riaz Mohammed with the catch. Sitaran goes, and the Queen's Park Cricket Club, they're reeling at 18 for 2.
Excellent, and a very good fight. A very good fight back from Pool 9. And the Queen's Park, the team that you would have expected to be on top of this game, they are reeling, as you mentioned, 18 for 2. And with already Jordan Warner back in the wicket. So they are on the back foot. It will be interesting to see who is coming in at number 4. We are seeing
Ramlal.
Ravindra Ramlal coming in at number 4. And he would want to rebuild with Fanilia, losing 2 wickets early. And good bowling from Elliott, just a 1 for 7 in his first over, and already taking a wicket in his second over.
So Elliott here with the magic arm, he's doing what Budoo did for the pole 9, for the Queen's Park team, he's doing for pole 9 here. Ramlal getting ready to take strike. His left arm. Seems like he's going to take a middle. Probably a middle and leg. But it's Elliott with his tail up. It's into the pad. Just flick this one off. And they go through for a quick single. It's off the pad, so it's going to be a leg by, signaled by umpire Hines.
So that adds 1 to the total. They move to 19 for 2.
Well, the Northzone T20 Festival 2024, there are 2 groups. Group 1, it's combined All-Stars, Paragon, Glenora, Ball players, and the El Socorro Youth Movement. And this is Group 2 playing here, where it's Northside Future Stars, Pole 9, Savannah Boys, as we watch this delivery. And again, this camper through for a single. They're taking on the arms of the Pole 9 fielders. Getting through again safely there. So in Group 2, there's Northside Future Stars, Pole 9, Savannah Boys, Santa Cruz. Remember that name, Santa Cruz Sports, and Queen's Park. So this is a game in Group 2. The first match of Group 2 teams. Elliott. But just played in, and it's a no ball. The arm goes out, the dreaded hand goes out, and it's going to be a free hit. So Elliott goes back to his mark.
The Queen's Park would want to find a way back into this game. They have already lost 2 wickets in the 4th over, and the total is 21 for 2. At the end of 4 overs, Pole 9 were up at 40 without loss.
Bangs this one, he played too well, straight to the fielder. Your favorite captain, the inspirational Latiff. He does the fielding. He has on his glasses there, a la Clive Lloyd.
And he's also, Guyana is like Clive Lloyd.
Elliott, whooping the face, and it flies to the 3rd man boundary. So Ramlal just reaching for it, whooping the face, and the ball just flew past the man at short 3rd man, and down to the boundary for 4. So at the end of 4 overs, it's 22 for 4, the Queen's Park Cricket Club looking to get to 162 for victory. In fact, it's 25 for 2.
So some good bowling at the start. Rishi Mana, none for 8 from his 2. Nicholas Elliott, 2 for 13. And it looks like we'll be continuing with Mana. Not a bad ploy by the captain. Not a bad decision.
Yeah. Bowlers bowl good in pairs, and these two have been hunting well in pairs. Mana is 2 overs, just going for 11 runs.
This
It's a loud appeal, but the hand is up, wide signal by umpire Wilson.
So that appeal did not distract the umpire. The umpire knew that it was a wide.
Mana doesn't look happy. The fielders went up in unison, well orchestrated.
Thought that they got a touch.
So Fanillier, he struggled a bit, just 2 from his 3 deliveries.
Not a good delivery.
And able to get through for a single. They're running hard though, rotating the strike well. So 2 deliveries bowled thus far, 1 a wide, and of course a single. That wide will have to be rebowled. As Ramlal takes his guard, he's going to be facing Mana. Mana has been good thus far for his team. Just the kind of star the Pole 9 team would have wanted in their bowling. Ian?
Excellent bowling from these two. A nice delivery. Angling into the batsman. Misses it. Comprehensively beaten. Picked up by the wicketkeeper and more importantly a dot ball.
So Richie Mana here really putting on a display of good seam-up bowling. Of course, you will call it good fast bowling.
I would call it pace bowling, Gordon. I would call it pace bowling.
All right, good pace bowling. And he's beating him all ends up here again. It seemed like Ramlal is batting with the donut. He seems to have everything covered, but the ball just goes straight to the keeper.
Because he's showing some late movement from the bowler. Excellent deliveries.
He's coming wrong to the left-hander.
Reminds me of my old days. And this is a good shout.
And
yes,
the finger
it
goes up.
Ramlal goes for 4. Mana has been pegging and pegging and pegging. And he gets the wicket. 27 for 3.
Beautiful delivery there. The ball was pitched up, pitched and straightened. I think umpire Wilson had no choice but to raise the finger. Ramlal goes Queen's Park in all sorts of trouble here. As we see, look at it here again. It pitched just about the middle stump. In fact, just outside the off stump and came back in. He was struck right in front. Umpire Wilson took his time and raised the dreaded finger, and he was on his way, Ramlal. So coming to the wicket is Suklal, Andre Suklal, who is coming to the wicket. Of course, he plays for Hillview College. And Suklal has scored 200s for this team. So he's coming into this game on the back of a good season, lots of form. That's Suklal, the Hillview College player. Left-handed batter. But he's going to be facing Rishi Manet, who has his tail up in this one. Just 2 runs from this over. 2 more legal deliveries left in it.
Allowed appeal.
It's going to be very
the
close.
Umpire, what will he do? He says not out this time. Some good bowling from Mana. Just the 2 runs.
Well, he's saying there's a bit of bat in it. The replay will show more. Look at it here. Yeah,
to me, that looked like flush to the. I don't know, but I don't know how it would look like to you, but it looked like it went straight on the pads. But of course, the umpire there is closer.
And this time it's close there as well. Goes past the keeper. I think this one is even closer. But Mana completes a successful over there at the end of 5. Queen's Park Cricket Club are looking to get to 162 to win their 28 for 3. So Richie Mana, you can't keep him out of the game. He took a blind of a catch to send back Jordan Warner. And now he gets the wicket of the dangerous Ramlal.
And when you look at the comparative figures, after 5 overs, Pole 9 were 48 without loss. So they are already 20 runs ahead and 3 wickets better because they hadn't lost any wickets. And Queen's Park had already lost 3 wickets. Now this looks like...
It's Latiff the inspirational and motivational Latiff, who's going to take up the attack from the northern end.
And would you believe he's still bowling some pace?
Well, he's bowling some pace, as you call it. Seam up, I like to call it. So he's coming off for just about 6 or 7 strides. Looking as fit as ever. Chip, chip, chip. And he's in. This one is flicked off the legs and it's going to go into the boundary for 4. He had straight into the pads and it was just helped around the corner by young Sukal.
Just struggling there to find a good length there. It was a bit too short, and Shuglal had the easy task of getting that ball to the leg side. We are still in the final over of the power play. We're in the 6th over. So he would want to line it up and get that length. Bit too short, not lined properly either. But with his experience, you would expect him to remedy that as quickly as possible.
He's in.
Much better delivery, lined better, pitched up better.
So look, Latiff continuing to press on. Cutting a strip figure. Chip, chip, a la Matthew Ford. It's guided away. A bit of a misfield there by Elliott. You would know that he should have done a whole lot better. He was guided to him there in the point region. These are Queen's Park batters. They're taking on the pole 9 fielders here this evening, Ian.
Yes, of course. It's not a very young team, so they will afford to look at and take their chances. So Elliott, one of the younger players, they wouldn't test him.
But he was tried, tested, and found wanting. As Elliott, in fact, Latiff, was driven straight back past the bowler, and that's 4 good-looking runs by Fonilier.
It's already 9 runs in this over. They're trying to, and this is certainly the best over they would have had so far.
Yeah, just making use of the last over in the power play. Crazy Fonilier just driving the ball. Look at it here. Back past the bowler. Dissecting the 2 fielders at mid-on and mid-off. And down to the boundary for 4.
And still 2 more deliveries to complete this over. 9 runs conceded.
Of course, you're watching the Northzone T20 Festival. Latiff. It's driven through the covers.
A poor effort in the field. They will get 1, they will come back for 2.
Mohammed doing the fielding. So a healthy over here. Already 11 runs from it. 1 more delivery for the over. Fonilier finally getting the move on. He's 9 from 6 deliveries. Down the leg side. Umpire Hines stretches his arms and signal wides. And going back to the top of his run is Luke Latiff. Looking to finish off this over. And he's bang on target there. So that brings the end of the 6 over. Admitted the power play at the end of 6 overs. The Queen's Park Cricket Club, they're 40 for 3. Looking to get to 162 to win.
So the pole 9 team was 67 without loss after 6. So they're still 27 runs ahead of Queen's Park. But just as we entered this stage, that's when the run rate started to drop, especially around the 10th over. And they were really under some pressure. So if Queen's Park could just maintain this steady run rate, they can find themselves in a better position.
It's going to be a bowling change at the southern end. Counting out his run up there is the number 65, Budoo. So Harry Budoo is going to take up the attack for the pole 9 team from the southern end. The Digger Martin main road end. Just loosening these arms. He's going to be bowling to Suklal. Of course, Suklal, the Hillview College player. Short. Plays and miss. No run. So dot ball. Good start by Baldio. Tries this one back past the bowler. The man at long on runs across, does the fielding. Of course, the field is a man at long off, a man at long on, a man at deep mid-wicket, a man at a mid-wicket inside the circle, a man behind square. A fielder is at short third man, one at point, and one sweeper out in the cover region. So that's the field here as Baldio continues. Left arm through and around. And it's played up the onside by Fonilier. They go through for a single.
So Queen's Park, not in any hurry. Yes, they are 40 for 3, but they can't afford to rebuild this innings in this stage of the game. We have approached what is called the middle overs. So they would want to consolidate, build, run the singles, and of course, as you pointed out, they can chance the hands of the pole 9 fielders because they are, as you can see, they are no spring chicken.
Well, they're getting the singles quite easily. So it's Fonilier. Wide signal by the umpire. So the run rate, just about 6.6. That's the current run rate. They require just about 8. It's up in the air. But it's over the head of the man out there, and it goes all the way for 6. KFC maximum. Kwesi Fonilier, the man from Marvel, Parliament to be exact, he gets a 6. It was short, he got up and under it, and it went all the way over the head of the field out there. So 6 good-looking runs to Fonilier. Queen's Park beginning to motor now.
Very good shout, but the umpire says not out. That's the end of an eventful over, 10 runs off the over.
So at the end of 7, the Queen's Park Cricket Club, they're 50 for the loss of 3. So it's another bowling change at the northern end. The skipper just coming off. You'll see making a lot of changes. They're gesticulating is the senior man. That's Riaz Mohammed. Into the bowling attack is Sukan. Sean Sukan into the bowling attack. He's going to be bowling to long Suklal.
The Queen's Park team just accelerating their last over, conceded 10 runs, but the over before that was 12, so 22 runs in 2 overs.
So Suklal just playing this one out, and they get through for 2 runs quite easily. So just running well here is these two. They came together with this team in a bit of a bother at about 28 for 3, 27 for 3. So we're building here. This one flicked off the legs. And they're able to go through for 1. So they're rotating the strike well, running between the wickets well. Ian, you get a feeling that the game is just slipping from a pole 9 grass. What would you advise them to do at this stage?
Well, what they need to do is just take wickets. They're already at Queen's Park 50 for 3, but you don't want these 2 batsmen to settle. The partnership is already 23 runs. So if you can break up this partnership as soon as possible. That's why I was... and this is in the air. Maybe the wicket could come here, but is the 6 runs another KFC maximum?
So for Nilie, he's played himself in, and now he's beginning to accelerate. He's on 22 from 11.
And that is why they need to take a wicket. We saw 22 runs coming off the last 2 overs. We already seen 9 runs in this over with 3 deliveries to go. You need a wicket now, and this is what Latiff will be telling his fielders, he's telling his bowlers. They need to take a wicket as soon as possible.
It's Son Sukan who's going to come in here. And that's a good comeback delivery. Just played out on the onside, but there's acres of room there in the mid-wicket region. The bowler has to run across and does his outfielding. So pole 9 here, just seeming to lose their grasp that they had on the game. They had a stranglehold when Queen's Park was on 27 for 3.
The thing is that Elliott has bowled 2 overs and got 2 for 13. Maybe you want to bring back Elliott just for 1 over and save him for the death.
So wide signal there by umpire Hines.
Mana bowled his 3 overs for 11 runs. So it was this partnership that had the runs quiet. Mana 1 for 11 off 3. Nicholas 2 for 13 off 3. But once these 2 bowlers came off the attack, then the batting became easier for the Queen's Park team. When they finished the attack, it was 28 for 3 after 5 overs. Since then, when the 8th over, it's 60 for the same 3.
It's definitely an acceleration. Sukan is gonna coming here from the northern end. He's bowling to Funilie. Funilie driving back past the bowler. But they're only gonna get 1. Fielder comes off the low off boundary. Does the fielding that brings the over to an end. At the end of 8 overs, it's 63 for 3.
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
Here at GM.
So Vernie Ramkisoon is into the attack, the evergreen Vernie. So he's going to be bowling to Fonilier. Fonilier banging it up on the onside. They'll get one. One is all they'll get.
Ramkisoon, another one of the pacers keeping that pace over the years. Usually you will see bowlers who are getting older. They will tend to bowl a little spin. But they are faithful to their pace. I don't know if you remember Charlo, the old Sweet Revenge bowler who was bowled well, who bowled pace well into his 60s.
Yeah, I remember him.
And then Mr. Bacchus, who would have bowled well into his 60s as well.
This one is driven square the wicket. It's going to go pretty close to the boundary. Into the boundary, in fact. A beautiful shot by Suklal. He just lengthened it. It was pitched up wide outside the off stump. He lengthened it, opened the face. The beautiful square drive. Textbook style. There's a sweeper out there, but his only job was to retrieve. Again, just like opening the face. They'll be able to run too. So it's getting a lot easier now for the Queen's Park team.
Yes, and one of the things that Pole 9 will need to do, inject some younger players into the team, especially when you're playing this format.
Well, if you look, their guest players have not shown up today. And although they may be a bit aged, the guest players, Imran Khan, no spring chicken as well as Riyad Emirates, but they're quality players. Played back, a tumbling stop by Wayne Samuel.
Good to see them making the effort still and throwing their bodies about the field. Good to see the effort.
But I think it's gotten too easy for the Queen's Park team here now. As we look at the current run rate, it has gone past the required run rate for the first time in the match, in the innings, sorry, for Queen's Park. So they're in desperate need of a wicket here. As Verney continues. Fonilier just flicks this into the make way. A mix-up. But they're able, a misfield there, just allowing them to get through for one. The two batters had a miscommunication. So it's just ambling now, Ian.
Yes, and the Queen's Park, they are in a better position, but anything can change with a wicket. But I think this would be the right time for Nicholas Elliott to come back in the attack to boot his third over.
Yeah, we saw the skipper, the man who would have to make that choice, the inspirational Luke Latiff. But it's Verney who's going to continue. Can he get a wicket? Punch past Latiff. And Elliott does the fielding. That brings the over to an end. So at the end of 9 overs, the Queen's Park Cricket Club looking to get to 162 to win. They're 73 for 3.
In their comparative bowling and their comparative figures, you're seeing that Queen's Park getting closer. After 9 overs, Pole 9 were 87 for 1. And now the Queen's Park have crept up. They are 73 for 3. So they're getting there. And of course, this is a period where the Pole 9 team started to, where the wheels fell apart.
Well, Quincy Fonilier, he's the leading scorer for the Queen's Park team. He's on 26 from 15. Andre Suklal is with him. He's on 20 from 15. And looking to continue is Sean Sukan. A lot of movement in the field. Trying to get it perfect here. Sukan is up against the talented Suklal.
Need a bowler who can step up and put his hands up, because the last four overs have produced something like 45 runs.
I think he'll try to just be as economical as he can, get to the Blue Waters drinks break, and then they'll be able to revise their targets. Sean Sukan into Suklal. He's beating him outside the off stump. So 2 dot deliveries to start the 10th over here, Ian.
And this is what you want. They want the bowlers, need someone to step up, put his hands up, and try to stem the flow of runs.
Just one. It's played out on the onside. So just one. The batter's cross for one. So good over thus far. With 3 more deliveries left. He'll want to close off things here.
In the air. Oh, he's gobbled this down. He's dropped it. And he wasn't settled on it. He misjudged it. He thought he had settled on it. Then he made a last step forward, trying to get to the ball. And because of that movement, he didn't settle. Look at him there. He made that lunge forward late. He wasn't sure. He didn't judge the flight of the ball. And that would have produced a drop catch. That would have been a wicket that would have been welcomed by the Pole 9 team.
Most definitely. It would also been a dot ball. Michael Sufang there with the drop catch. Some helter-skelter running there. Good work in the field there by Latiff, showing that age is just a number.
Just 2 runs from this over so far, and the drop catch could have been so different. This over could have been reading 74 for 4.
So just turned out behind square. Good work out in the deep, keeping it down to just 1. So that brings the 10th over to an end. After 10 overs, the score is 76 for 3. That's the Queen's Park Cricket Club trying to get to 162 to win this 76 for 3. They're going to the Blue Waters drinks break, and while the players have a drink, we'll have one. See you after the break.
Here at GMMB, love is the currency. And let's show you how we are able to transfer that energy into real conversations. Manners and respect.
Respect, my brother.
Respect, man. Speaking about respect, Adrian, I mean, how important is it to the whole banking experience?
So us at GMMB, as you know, we push a vision of love within our mission. And the purpose of that vision of love as it pertains to respect is us empathizing with our clients, being able to acknowledge their current position so that we could tailor a solution for them. Because everyone's position is not the same. So our vision of love allows us to connect with our customers and our clients respectively and provide them that unique service.
Truth be told, it's GMMB. Banking for real, with real people. Manners and respect.
Always, my friend.
Every time.
GMMB.
It's banking for real.
Blue Waters Posse identified! Somebody pass blue water. Somebody bring blue water. Somebody get blue water. And we ready now. When you feeling hard, take up the water spray. Take up the water spray. In your school or house, take up the water spray. When the bus run out, take up the water spray. Party pussy water. Working pussy water. The school children they water. The water spray. The fitness pussy water. The office pussy water.
Do whatever the crunch you want. Delicious nuggets made from 100% chicken breast. Try it in our crispy hot and spicy recipe or in the Colonel's original recipe. Mix and match. The new hot and spicy nuggets. Spiciness you love to crunch. It's finger licking good.
We came to tear it up.
Would you stop being such a people pleaser?
Makes you happy.
Stop it.
Doesn't get any better than this.
Oh, well. Let the fake friendliness continue.
So Ramkisoon continuing, conceding just the 10 runs in his opening over.
Single, yeah, to Val. So one ball after the break. Chris Olivier, he's on strike. Driven up on the outside. He'll get a single. This game is just meandering into the favor of the Queen's Park with the equation quite simple. 84 runs needed, or just 58 deliveries.
And of course, they are happy to just take their time, go about it with the ones and twos, and with the occasional 4. A much better over from Ramkisoon. 3 singles, 2 singles, and a dot ball.
It's back over the bowler's head and it goes out for 4. Vernie Ramkisoon there, it was pitched up, driven straight back over the bowler's head. The fielder out there putting in the slide, but in vain. In the end, it's 4 good-looking runs, breaking the sequence of singles. And this one played out on the offside. They hurry for 1. 1 is all they will get. Wendell Samuel putting in the slide.
And they move forward by 1 run. 83 now for 3.
Both batters on 28. Funili 28 from 17. Suklal 28 from 24. Doing just enough. Funili pulling this one. There's a man out in the deep. That Samuels does the fielding. So that brings an end to the 11th over. And it's 84 for 3 in the score of the Queen's Park Cricket Club. They require 78 more runs from 54 deliveries.
So Queen's Park, not in any urgency to take any, and there's no need for them to take any risks right now. They're in a relatively good position, 84 runs on the board after 11 overs. And the required run rate is just 8.67. So no need to press the panic button.
Sakan looking to continue from the northern end. He's bowling to a well-set Funili. In the last over, he had him put down in the deep by Sufang. So Sakang would try to get a wicket here. He's now beginning the 12th over.
And looking to go across, a loud appeal, but the umpire says not out.
Umpire just shaking his head. Not interested.
I think the batsman would have done well to play straight. Got away there. But the bowler, Sukan, should be encouraged by that.
Most definitely, he would be encouraged by that one. Again, striking him on the paddle.
Clearly, it was going down leg side.
Able to jog through for a leg by.
What would be good, what would work for these bowlers? Bowl wicket to wicket, but vary a piece. You're seeing the batsman trying to go across the line. You vary your pace, you will get a chance to get the batsman in a spot of bother. But you need to bowl wicket to wicket, vary a piece.
Well, Sakana continues here from the northern end, making some changes in the field, sending back Vernie Ramkisoon to the third man boundary. And Suklad just turning that one on the onside. The call is 2. They get it easy in the end. These two batters lightning fast between the sticks. It's a beautiful square drive. 2 is the call again. They get it pretty easily in the end. So they're just ticking along here, the Queen's Park team.
So just see 5 runs off this over so far. 89 for 3, a good partnership by these two. They have been there for 62 runs together. They came together when it was 27 for 3.
When it's flicked behind square and into the fence for 4.
Runs are coming up plenty here now. You're not seeing any 6s, but you're getting, you had 1-4 in this over, 1-4 in the last over. They had no fours in the over before that, 1 4 in the over before that. So they are getting the runs, but they are getting the runs by accumulating the singles.
Single, is it? Single. Single. All right.
You really like that song?
It's pretty catchy. Travel Zoe and Aaron Duncan. Pretty catchy song. Not the best vocals, but it's quite entertaining. I wouldn't tell the rest of the lyrics, but I like the single part. Well, at the end of the over, it's 93 for 3. So 69 runs needed from 48 deliveries.
And very important, 7 wickets in hand. 7 wickets in hand, very important.
So it seems like it's Latiff who's going to continue from the southern end. Luke Latiff to continue.
So Luke Latiff is going to return into the attack. He's bringing himself back into the attack, replaces Vernie Ramkissoon, wicketless for 18 runs. Luke himself just a 1 over for 12 runs.
So he's gonna. It's Latiff, Luke Latiff, the skipper, takes back up the attack from the southern end. He's bowling to Fanillier, a well set Kwesi Fanillier. He drives this one, it's falling just short. Only going to be 1 run. So 1 run there. So Fanillier just in no hurry. A good partnership, very good partnership between these two. Really taking their team out of trouble. 26 for 3.
Partnership now is 67.
Latiff. He's driven out onto the offside. Another single. Remember, you're watching the Northzone T20 Festival here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. We want to thank the Office of the Prime Minister through the Prime Minister's Sport and Culture Fund, NLCB, JMMB, Sajiko. This one is pulled into the mid-wicket region, the Police Credit Union. Also, Mario's Presto's Market, Blue Waters and Stamina. At this point, the Queen's Park team just cruising. They do in no great hurry. Fanillier banging this one up the onside. Another single. Quite happy just to rotate the strike. They require 65 runs, 64 runs now from 44 deliveries. And unless the Pool 9 team is able to get a wicket shortly, they'll not be in pole position when this game is over.
They will actually be in Pool 9 position.
Well, they want to be first past the pole.
But a wicket can change things here.
Into the pads. Not stifle appeal. No signal by the umpire, so it has to be some bat in that. Queen's Park edging closer to the 100 mark. They are 99. Fodilier facing up against the experienced Latiff. Driving it in the air. Lands safely. And they get one, and that brings up the team's 100.
A 100 for 3. 100 for 3 after 13 overs to Queen's Park. Require just 62 runs to go with 7 overs to go.
Very healthy partnership between Fodilier and Suklal. 73 from 50. Suklal providing 28 of those runs.
So to come is Bradley Budoo. Then we see Burke. 62 runs from 42 balls, just to confirm what we were saying. Fodilier and Suklal, they are well into their 30s, going quite well. It's another bowling change. I have asked for him. I have asked for Nicholas Elliott to make a return into the attack. And of course, Luke Latiff just waiting for that right time to bring him back. I'm sure that he will just come on for 1 over and hope for something to happen. I'm not sure. I don't expect him to bowl out his final 2 overs. I think the captain Latiff will just bring him for 1 over and then bring him back later in the death.
He's up against Fodilier. Fodilier, it's up in the air. Lands safely. Backspin and beats the fielder out there. A really poor effort by Sufang. Michael Sufang has been poor in the field. He dropped Fodilier earlier, and this time he got it's a rookie mistake really. That backspin out in the deep. It dropped in front of him and then span behind him, turning him around. Something Messi would be proud of.
You're going back with this Messi thing.
Well, congratulations to the Argentine team for winning the Copa America. And Sufang shaking his head in disgust with himself. You can imagine how the bowlers feel.
Yes, imagine bowling and seeing that off your bowling. That would be very disconcerting. Now, this one played towards the fielder there, and they hustle for 1.
Good feeling, though, by the more veteran Samuel, getting everything behind it. That ball was traveling, and it gone past him. It would have gone pretty close to the boundary. So Elliott here trying to get a breakthrough. He's going to be bowling to Suklal.
Suklal, who is on 38, Fodilier on 39. Partnership approaching 70. 68 runs to the good.
Just pushed out on the offside. Elliott getting the dot ball. He's definitely been the leading light with the ball for his team. He's up against Suklal. Elliott. Suklal just drives this one out. The sweeper comes in, picks up, and they go through for a single. The Gale really meandering here. As we look at the field, he's got a long off, a long on. Boundary rider on in the offside in the covers. A man at cover. A man at backward point. A man at short third man. And also a third man.
Loud appeal, and he's gone, and Elliott delivers. He was brought in for that, and he did get that. He got the wicket of Fodilier, leg before wicket for 39.
He was asked to do a job, and Nicholas Elliott responds with the wicket. Fodilier with a smile on his face. Look at it here. pitched it beautifully there. He was struck in line. For nearly thought it was going down, but umpire Hines had other thoughts. The finger goes up. Kwesi Fonili goes, and in comes Eric Garcia. So a good knock there by Fonili. A charmed life he lived.
And I asked for it, Gordon. I have been calling for Elliott to come in for one over for something to happen, and he didn't let me down. He got the wicket, so he gets his third wicket, 3 for 19 thus far of his 2 overs and 5 deliveries.
Is it enough to really power this team to victory, the Pole 9 team? Because coming in, he's been replaced by Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia, no slouch with the bat, a very capable all-rounder.
It will get very interesting from now. Elliott has just 1 over after this. You would expect him to be saved for 1. Rishi Mana, 1 for 11 of his 3 overs. He still has 1 more over. So where will Latiff get the other 5 overs, other 4 overs from?
Well, let's see the last ball first here. As Elliott is up against Garcia.
Because I would think if he gets another wicket now, he would keep him to bowl his final over. Just go for the kill one time.
This one is pushed out on the onside. It's can't put through. So he's off the mark immediately, Garcia. At the end of 14 overs, Queen's Park, they're 107 for 4.
Good over from Elliott. Asked to do a job and has been successful in providing his captain, providing his team with a wicket. 3 for 19, 3 for 20.
Excellent figures. Of course, the required run rate, the required ones, 55 from 36. Simple equation. 6 overs, 55 runs to get.
So this match is still hanging in the balance. Another wicket, especially that of Eric Garcia, can change things. But of course, Shuglal has been there for quite a while. He's on 39 of 32. You need to get rid of him as well. So any of these 2 wickets will be a big plus for the Pole 9 team.
But it's going to be Luke Latiff to continue. The veteran up against the youngster. Young versus old.
Older.
Experience versus the spirit of youth. It's down the leg side, the umpire Wilson just stretching his arms wide to signal that it's a wide delivery. Not the best of starts there by Luke Latiff.
That's a dot ball, very important. Beats him outside the off stump. A dot ball that is valuable.
Yeah, the stage of dot ball is really, it's gold dust. It's Latiff. Again, he plays and misses. So 2 dot balls. The wily veteran here, using all his skills. And again, he beats him outside the off stump. It seems like if Garcia is batting with the proverbial donut, he seems to have everything covered, but somehow the ball ends up in the keeper's arms. His batting partner, Suglal, comes down, just having a word with him. Of course, Garcia would be the senior partner in this partnership in terms of experience. But Suglal would say, I've been out here a while. Just keep your eye on it. And this time he's just able to play it out on the onside. They go for a single. Gets it easily in the end. So applying some pressure here Latiff.
Just the 2 runs off this over, of which one was a wide. So 3 dot balls in between the wide and the single. A good over from Latiff. Very experienced, and of course he will be looking to draw from all this experience he has accumulated over the years. A very important over. This is the final of the 15 overs. We have 5 overs to go after this one. This one is pulled away onto the onside. They will get 1. They will think about the second. Yes, they will get. They test the arms of Elliott. They run for 2. It's 111 for 4 in the 15th over. At this stage, at the end of 15 overs, pool 9 were 127 for 6. Queen's Park, with 1 more delivery to go to complete 15 overs, at 111 for 4.
Well, Latiff will look to close off this over here.
Bowled him!
And he celebrates. Luke Latiff showing the beauty and wisdom of his age. He's bowled Suglal. Naked croc, as they call it. Young Suglal walks back to the pavilion. Queen's Park Cricket Club, they slip further into problems. Oh, the beauty of a delivery. He played all around it. Look at the celebration.
The old stage of Latiff. Brilliant delivery. Brilliant. And just like that, it's 111 for 5. They need 5 more overs to get to that 162. 51 runs needed from 5 overs.
Well,
Suglal, the set batsman on 41, he's gone. Eric Garce is there. You still have 1 over from Rishi Mana, 1 over from Elliott. You would think that Latiff will bowl his last over. He's on 3 overs. Still need 2 overs. I'm sure that Sukan will bowl 1 of them, and perhaps Vernie Ramke soon.
So Kulai comes to the wicket. So Ashe Kulai comes to the wicket. He takes his guard. 51 required from 30. Just about 10 runs and over from here on in. But he's not going to face. In fact, Elliott is going to bowl out here.
That's a good call. So it's Elliott. You still have Mana. Latiff has 1 more. Beaten outside the off stump. A swing and a miss. So this is going to be another interesting finish, Gordon. There was a time that Queen's Park was looking like they were running away with this one. Or the pace they were batting, they were walking away with this one. But a couple wickets from Elliott and Latiff swing the pendulum back into the pole 9's favor. A nice delivery. And there's some confusion.
But no one was backing up there. So these 2 batters, they're fresh at the wicket. Just getting some difficulty in terms of the communication.
And that is what wickets can do. Another way of getting dot balls bowling and taking wickets. See the confusion. But Elliott was really smart in not pelting the ball. He just rolled it. Nice slower ball coming back, batsman waiting on it. Get 1. Good bowling from Elliott. Just the 1 ball, 1 run from the 3 balls bowled in this over.
So it's heading up to another nail biter here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. The Northzone T20 Festival 2024 has provided intrigue and excitement all season long. As Kulai is going to be facing Elliott.
you would guess that, you would think that Elliott has a wicket in him again. 1 wicket each of his first 3 overs.
But he is steaming in. He's beating him all ends up.
Some excellent, experienced bowling from the Pool 9 team. Kwesi Fanillia gone for 39, Suglal gone for 41. 2 of the set batsmen, Eric Garcia, he's there on 3 from 8. Akshay Kulai just facing the 1 delivery, he's yet to get off the mark. 2 more deliveries for the end of his spell, a very successful spell. Flicking in the air, they will get 1.
It's going to go pretty close to the boundary. The fielder is able to do a bit of football, stops it, and they come back for 3.
Some good running. 3 runs. A good over from Nicholas Elliott so far. Just the 4 runs. A good spell. 3 for 24.
You want to take 4 though. Remember, Budoo for Queen's Park, he had 4 for 17.
And he took a wicket in each of his 4 overs. So far, Elliott has a wicket in each of his 3 overs. A nice delivery to end the over, a nice delivery to end the spell. He closes on 3 for 20, just the 4 runs in this over. At the end of 16, it's 115 for 5.
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
It's going to be Latiff to continue here. Latiff with the ball in his hands. Look, Latiff. He's up against Kulai. Akshay Kulai.
Latiff, 1 for 23 in his 3 overs so far. And wicket here will do wonders. We still have Rishi Mana has 1 over to go. I think he will want to save Mana for the last over. A nice Yorker length delivery. They will just dig it out for 1.
So good shape there with that delivery. Swinging in late, but Kulai able to get the bat down. Digs it out into the vacant mid-wicket region. Latiff has to do his own bowling. So it's Garcia. He struggled, really. 3 from 9. You don't expect that from a budding all-rounder. He finally is able to get some pattern to it. Turns it out onto the onside. When Samuel comes in and they're able to go through for 1. We'll see how much pressure Latiff is able to apply. Kulai facing up. The field spread far and wide. There's a long on, a long off. A man at mid-wicket, a man forward a square. Fielders at short, third man. Short point. There's a diving effort. But it goes out to the man at long on. And they take on the arm. At long off, sorry. And they're able to go through for 2. So there's a man at third man. A man at short. That's a short backward point. One more short gully as well. So a packed offside field. A man at extra cover. A boundary rider in the covers. Latiff pitches up and the man out in the deep races in. That's Elliott. Quick release. Keeps it down to 1.
It's a good over so far. Just the 5 runs off the 4 deliveries so far. It's 120 for 5.
So Latiff will be looking to close off these last 2 overs, 2 deliveries, sorry. He's bowling to Garcia. Garcia plays it back to the bowler. Latiff watching the batter, probably signaling to the umpire that he got in the way there. They're able to cross for 1. The run rate skyrocketing here. It's going up to about 12s.
Almost 13 runs per over. Very good over from Latiff so far, just 6 runs or 5 balls, preventing any 4s.
Back to the bowler, comes off of Latiff. They'll only get 1. So at the end of 17, it's 122 for 5. 40 required off of 18.
Still gettable, still there, the match is close. Now, who will you bring on to bowl this over, the 18th over? Rishi Mana has 1, Sean Sukan has 1, Vernie Ramkisoon has 2, Harry Baldio has 2.
I think I'll have to go with Sukan here. Sukan will have to bowl this one for me.
And I think that Rishi Mana will bowl a 20th over or the 19th over, which is very important as well.
I'm going to give him the 19th over. And it depends on Sukan to bowl the 20th over, because you don't want to give someone the 20th and then there's no the 19th and the 20th is just academic.
Yes, and you want to give him at least 20 runs to defend
in the last over. But all that is projection. This is going to be a very important over here. Sukan, Sean Sukan, he's going to bowl it.
And at the same time, Queen's Park needs a big over. They need a big over from Sukan, but Sukan has been bowling very good. None for 24 in his 3 overs, 13 runs in the first over, just 3 runs in the second over, and 8 runs in his third.
Well, they'll be looking for, they'll take 8 runs in this over. 3 will be really gold, not even gold dust, it'll be gold nuggets.
Platinum, diamonds.
So let's see what he's going to do. Kulai drives this one powerfully back past the bowler. Latiff, I'm very impressed with his fitness though. I think he's almost a better mover than a lot of the younger players that I've seen on display here for the tournament thus far.
They come back for 2 in the meantime.
And Sakan able to turn on the top of his run. He's going to be bowling to Kolai. He's on 10. Played out into the cover region. Man out there does the fielding. As Sakan goes back to the top of his run. So again, Garcia has struggled. 5 from 11.
Yes, he's really struggling. He really is struggling. Nice dot ball there from Sukan. Doing what his captain and his team requires of him.
Yeah, just what the doctors ordered there early. And Garcia continues to bat with the donut. Somehow the ball passes.
Or a hula hoop.
Yeah, hula hoop. And there again, not getting much bat on it, but enough to get through for a single.
And what is so impressive about this performance from Pool 9, they are playing with their team. They are not playing with any of the guest players. Of course, the 2 guest players on the team sheet that they are not available today. And look at the quality of the players that they have. Riyad Emirates and Imran Khan.
Yeah, 2 local legends. It's up in the air. He'll land safely. Latiff picks up and they're going to take off his arms. And they get back safely for 2.
A good over, a very good over so far. Only 5 runs in this over.
In fact, 6 runs in this over thus
6.
far.
Yes, I missed one. 6.
So he's gonna try to finish strong here. The run rate up over 15. So Sakan trying to finish off here. Kulai down the track. It's edge. And it's into the hands of Vernie Ramkisud. He takes the catch. Pole 9. They have gone to pole position in this one.
Pole 1.
As Queen's Park loses their 5th wicket. In fact, their 6th wicket. As Kolai goes. He was down the track. Got the edge. The veteran Ramkisud settled himself, Vernie, and took a simple catch. And they celebrate. They know what it means. As Budoo walks to the crease, he was the hero with the ball. Will he be the hero with the bat? Kola is out. Queen's Park steering down the proverbial barrel.
And Sean Sukat completes his spell. 4 overs, 1 for 30. Excellent figures. Luke Latiff, 4 overs, 1 for 30 as well. Nicholas Elliott, 4 overs, 3 for 20. Rishi Mana, who we suspect will bowl this over. Let's see who is getting ready to bowl.
It is Mana who has the ball.
Yes, it is. Excellent captaincy. Well, of course, with the experience Luke Latiff has, you will only expect him to make the right decisions at this stage. Mana coming back into the attack, 1 for 11 from his 3 overs so far, and we can expect a very good over from him.
Well, this is the over that will decide the game. If he can keep it down to anything under 6, it will be game, set, and match. But Garcia, he's not been able to get the ball away. Can he change this in this over? Mana, his field stretched far and wide. He's in. Good delivery. They jog through for a quick single.
Excellent delivery, excellent Yorker. Wish some of the West Indies senior bowlers can bowl a Yorker like that.
Well, Mana looking to continue as Budoo takes his guard for his first ball of this innings. He had the excellent figures of 4 for 17 from his 4 overs. It's his bowling heroics that has put his team in a position to win. Will he be able to do it with the bat? He's swinging it up on the onside. Ramkisud bundles it. And they're able to come back for 2.
Pole 9 would not mind these 1s and 2s. They would not mind these. They just don't want any 4s and 6s. The run rate is 18.6. Queen's Park cannot do it with just 1s and 2s.
Beating him outside the off stump. Mana. Budoo shakes his head. He knows that with every dot ball, the run rate is climbing.
Bradley Budoo was a star with a ball in hand. Now he has to be the star with a bat in hand.
Mana. Budoo is down the track. Misses everything.
Consecutive dot balls in the 19th over. Superb over. The run rate now goes up to 23.25.
So the pressure building here.
No over tonight has went for 20.
Budoo. Mana. Peels this one out into the offside. Single. All they'll get. Quite happy with the single there, pole 9.
Imagine the conversations that are happening now at Traggeridge Road. sure they're not happy, especially with the two guest players coming from the higher teams. And they're playing against a Pool 9 team. I don't want to say an age team, but experienced team without it. And not playing with their guest players.
Comes off the pad. Juan Carlos Narain chases. They come back. Oh, it's pretty close. Umpire says not out. That's very, very close. Some good work there by Juan Carlos Narain. So in the end, they come back for 2. So at the end of 19, the score is 134 for 6. 28 required from the final over, Ian. He just got home there.
The most expensive over we have seen for this evening was 19, and that was hit by Pool 9. We have not seen any over that has been that expensive from Queen's Park.
Well, it's going to be the veteran, Vernie Ramkisoon. Pool 9 looking to start their Northzone T20 Festival 2024 campaign with a win. Budoo. He got 4 for 17. He'll have to find a way to get 28 from this last 6 runs to complete his heroics. Ramkisoon. Into Budoo.
In the air, it's going to be either 6 or caught, and he's gone. A wicket for Ramkisoon, and the 7th wicket for Queen's Park has gone down.
Yeah, it was a very well-judged catch there, out in the deep.
Pole 9 and pole position, as you say, Gordon, to take this one.
It was Mohammed out there. Budoo was up in the air, and it was Mohammed. Here's Mohammed just taking 2 steps back, judging it quite well. Safe pair of hands, and he sends back Budoo. So tightening the screws here, pole 9.
Very good win for this Pool 9 team. Excellent win.
Well, you're already counting them out. They still have 5 legal deliveries left. And if there's some no balls, you could never know what could happen.
I'm going on the premise that no over has gone for more than 19 runs in this match.
So walking out to bat was the number 17, I think it is. Yes, Sukwa, the wicketkeeper batter. Of course, Sukwa from St. Mary's College, current St. Mary's College player. And he's struck on the pad. Scamper through.
The best over Queen's Park had in this match was the 8th over that went for 16 runs. Sorry, 13 runs. That was their best over. They have to almost double that. In fact,
there's again a single. Elliott. So the Pool 9 team here, they're getting ready to celebrate. The fat lady has come out on the balcony. She's loosening her voice.
I think she started the first note already.
So 3 balls left in this one. Ramkisoon is driving this one, but it's only going to be 1 up on the onside.
They're already celebrating. Pole 9 without their guest players.
Well, your fixation with guest players, Pole 9 proving just the opposite, that they came in without guest players.
With the experience And good leadership.
So it's Ramkesoon who's looking to finish things off here. And that one is pulled around, tugged around. Latiff comes in, he fields, and with one ball left, it's all done. The fans are beginning to leave the stands. But we'll invite you to come out tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow the action continues right here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. Santa Cruz, they're going to be up against, as we see on screen, the skipper Latiff. Luke Latiff, inspirational skipper. And that one goes through. And that's the end of it here. The pole 9 teams, they've defended. They are 161. And they win by 23 runs. Ramkesoon celebrates. The veterans have come to the Diego Martin Sporting Complex and they have walked away with a win. So they opened their account with an impressive 23-1 victory over Queen's Park. Here, remember the action continues tomorrow as Savannah Boys, they're up against Santa Cruz. But in the meantime, the stars of the night are these guys on screen. Sukan there as we have some of the highlights of this match.
Excellent match it was. Let's look at some of the moments of this match. Brilliant catch.
Yeah, it was Mana taking that catch there. Then getting in on the action was Mohammed. He took Sitaram.
And that was a brilliant ball from Mana. Mana doing well after the early success from Elliott. This one went high into the night sky.
Yeah, Fornelia came and they had a good partnership. He and Shuklal, they batted the ball around the ground. Shuklal partnering well there. We saw some action there by Samuels. But in the end, it was innings that the pole 9 team was able to corral, they get the victory, being able to keep the Queen's Park team down, and they won the game by 23 runs. So in the end, pole 9, they win by 23 runs. Join us tomorrow as we have more action as Savannah Boy comes up against the powerful Santa Cruz team. I'm going to pair from here together with Ian Waston, and from all of us here, I want to wish you good night and good luck.
Big win, but without the stars.